For decades, people around the world have displayed a range of special powers and abilities. These powered beings came together and built superpowered cities to thrive in. My name is Angus, and I'm a journalist for the Daily Deposit. My partner Sal and I interview the citizens of Super City, investigating incidents and exploits, and helping where we can, holding the powerful accountable. Because heroes don't do paperwork.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heroes Don't Do Paperwork, the only podcast about events both big and small in Super City. I'm one of your hosts, Angus, and this is my co-host, Sal.
Hello.
Sal and I, of course, live in Super City. You guys already know that. It's a city where everybody has superpowers. Okay? You guys get it? Good, good. We are actually reporters. We work at a newspaper called the Daily Deposit. Do you want to grab your mic, Sal? This one's yours. You can have this one.
Oh, I get a mic.
Okay, I'm struggling with it. You get that. Yeah, you get your own mic. So we wanted to do this live show, so we came down to this Speakeasy bar in the 1950s district. 1930s district? Which district are we in, Sal?
I believe we are in the pre-depression district.
Good. The pre-depression district of Super City, where everything's just about to get bad. But not quite.
But they're all loving it.
They're all loving it. It's great. You guys are you guys are loving it, right? Good. This will make for good podcasting. I feel like I've set up the premise pretty well. What do you think, Sal?
Yeah, well, I mean, they live here.
They live here in Super City. They already
get
know.
it.
But
Yeah.
some of our listeners don't live in Super City. We got to explain everything to them.
Okay, so, well, you've already explained it.
Yeah.
You don't, okay.
Well, how about this? To get people acclimated, why don't we talk about our powers?
Okay.
So I was in a lab experiment that went wrong, or right, and I was fused with my podcasting equipment. That's why I've got this cool, fleshy bag of skin with all sorts of podcasting equipment. All this stuff is natural. It's all made of the same stuff, bones and teeth. That's perfectly normal. It only hurt a bit.
I'll get Dr. Cronenberg on the line.
Yeah,
and we'll get that looked at.
Dr. Cronenberg was the one that did this to me. Sal, what's your power? Why don't you tell us a bit about what's going on here?
Well, experimented by doctors is all well and good, but some of us prefer a more, exotic origin story. Mine starts like so many others do. I was walking on a warm summer day in a strawberry patch with my mother.
Okay, it's going to get exotic here in a second.
Of course, I was young then, no more than 8 years old, and my mother and I were getting strawberries to prepare a nice strawberry jam.
And then ninjas jumped out and attacked you.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Good. Just give it a second.
As I was wandering through the fields, I unfortunately felt a wet patch on my pants.
It was blood or something tragic. Your mother was killed.
It was strawberries.
Oh, it was strawberries, okay.
For
okay,
you see, my power had spontaneously started. I have a belt of gravity around my waist, which is able to grab objects nearby and bring them with me in my own gravitational field.
Good. As audience members who are here live, you can see it's mostly office supplies, scissors, stapler. Do a spin for us. What's in the back? Notepad, another Sharpie. It's mostly Sharpies, I'm realizing.
Well, you can never be too prepared.
I guess not.
Anyways, I discovered I have this power, and I've been using it to aid the citizens of Super City ever since. After, of course, going through a whole thing, saving the world and agents and all that stuff.
Really burying the lead there, Sal. Yeah, we used to work with this group called the Superhuman Action Response Team, or SHART for short, and they fired us.
Yeah.
Because we were too good at our jobs. Yeah, and now we work at a newspaper.
The Daily Deposit.
The Daily Deposit. Also kind of a poop joke.
Own it.
Own it. I'm owning it right now. I'm trying to think if there are any good stories. Are you writing anything right now? I've got one.
So I'm actually doing a publicity piece.
Whoa.
So there's a lot of very high-profile superheroes in Super City. Of course, there's Colonel Freedom, Mighty Woman,
Yep.
Shadow Rat. These are all the big ones of the Union of Freedom, as it is known.
The Union of Freedom.
But there are other members of the Union of Freedom that don't get as much attention.
Oh, you're doing like an expose for not an expose. That would be bad, right?
Well, I'm doing like a
puff piece.
A puff piece.
Oh,
yes,
cool.
Exactly. It's about catfish.
Oh, it's about catfish.
It's about catfish, of
I-
course.
I
A
think
lot of
I've met
villains, when
catfish.
they set up their big master plan,
Yeah.
they're expecting one of the big members of the Union of Freedom to appear.
Yeah.
But then catfish shows up.
And catfish shows up and is like, I was lying to you about who I am this whole time.
Yeah, and they're just not.
Wow.
The villains aren't happy about it. The public's not happy about it.
More
so,
of like an emotionally manipulative superhero.
So we're trying to get catfish. We're trying to boost those standings.
How exactly?
I'm still working on it.
Good. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. This guy's superpower is that he lies to people.
Well, he also is like Lord of the Sea or something. But like,
That's stupid. That's stupid.
if you're in the middle of the concrete district, there's no sea.
Yeah.
It's just a catfish attacking you. So,
Which would be pretty scary.
what are you working on?
I'm working on, of course, there's been a rampant string of crimes throughout the city perpetrated by a series of puppets that have kind of like like a symbiotic relationship. You get like a parasite, right? And it feeds off you, and then I guess you get something.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
I'm able to picture something like that. Yep.
Okay, this is not a parasite. This is my podcasting equipment. We need it to record episodes. Not this episode. The technician said he wasn't letting my backpack anywhere near his equipment, which I don't blame him.
Probably the pus.
It's probably the pus. It's a lot of pus. Thank you for squeezing out my back earlier.
Anytime.
Does anyone in the audience want to touch it? What's it feel like?
Kind of gross, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not sure what I was expecting. I touch it sometimes. It does feel kind of gross. But anyway, there's puppets committing crime all across Super City, but they just look like people who are into puppets. But it's actually like a felt parasite that's taken over people's hands. Pretty scary stuff, actually. They're mostly robbing craft stores, I think, to make more puppets, but I don't know yet.
It is insidious because you can't really intervene when there are children around.
No, because you can't ruin the
You
magic.
can't ruin the magic.
Well, and that's the thing. They hang out in a lot. It's terrible. They hang out around a lot of schools, birthday parties, stuff like that. And I tried.
You rip the head
Yeah.
off the puppet, and now you just got a bunch of
and then-
traumatized children.
Because for two reasons. The first reason being they stopped believing in puppets, which is we all remember where we were when we stopped believing in puppets. The second is
The
that-
arm comes off too.
yeah, they get degloved. It's just like a skeleton hand afterwards. The puppets on there are real good, real good.
Damn shame. I used to like puppets. I was an
I remember.
avid puppeteer.
Yes, you dabbled in puppets, but I can see by your fully skinned hands that you weren't.
I've gotten out of that game.
You gotten out of that game.
Gotten out of that game.
Sal, I want to talk to you a little bit about your outfit for a second.
Too much?
No, not enough, honestly.
loud?
No, it's the beigest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You told me to dress up.
Yeah, I did, and I didn't dress up. I know I told you to
You put a
dress up.
shirt on over
Yeah.
what's underneath that.
Well, it gets really hot. This thing emits a lot of heat. The guy that touched it knows it emits a lot of heat.
Because the exhaust fan goes into your back.
Yeah, the exhaust goes into my body, and so I'm real warm. So normally I'm going shirtless with this thing, but I figured I'd class it up and get the cheapest red T-shirt I could find.
Shows.
That's fair.
It's uncanny that the hole in that T-shirt was where you needed it to be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing with Super City. You got lots of people with cool powers like wings or what's another thing that tentacles that come out of your back? Porcupine quills.
Porcupine quills, classic. Volcano.
Volcano.
Just a big old volcano out the back.
But it's sideways. Wouldn't it be like leaking on the ground constantly?
You do that.
Well, but mine's pus. Mine's not magma or lava.
It's magma when it's in
Grow
the
up.
volcano,
We all pus.
and it's lava when it's outside, or it's the opposite.
So yeah. So what if you've got we should hash this out. If you've got a volcano back,
Do we have a geologist?
picture that. Do we have a geologist in the back?
Nope.
I guess not. All right, that's fine. Podcast people aren't science people.
No.
But if you've got a volcano coming out of your back and the lava's constantly sloshing out, wait, which one's on top of the earth? Lava. So we do have a geologist here. Wow.
Classic pre-depression era, full of liars.
Yeah, it's everyone just before they graduate and then fall into depression. Yeah, this guy gets it. How you doing, Sal?
I'm normally used to doing this in an office.
Yeah, normally we don't do this in front of
We
people.
don't
It's a
do
little
this
weird,
in front
right?
of people. In fact, most people ask us to not do it in front of them.
Yes. We have we have more people who have unsubscribed to our podcast than people who have subscribed. They see
that
it
one person
and they're like, "No thanks."
To unsubscribe.
Yes. That's basically it. That's a lot of it. That's mainly it. And then we got a couple dedicated fans, I'm sure. Has anyone listened to the podcast before, just out of curiosity? No shit. Okay, wait. A couple people have. Holy shit.
Wow.
Is this what you imagined my back looked like? Or what Sal looked like? Fair enough. Friend of the show. I recognize that voice.
Well,
Should we
they're
do-
expecting a show.
No, I know, but like, this is kind of it. Should we do some crowd work? No, wait.
Why?
Okay, I'm going to
Okay.
ask people in the audience what their superpower is,
Oh,
and maybe
that's
that'll
good.
be interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, buddy, what's your superpower?
I can fly.
Lame, boring. That doesn't include any pus, does it?
Imagine having any power and you just choose to fly.
Yeah, how much pus is involved?
None at all.
None? No pus. All right.
Not a drop.
Wow.
Do you have a power?
I do. Like from that movie Aquamarine from the 2000s, I can sprout a mermaid tail just whenever I need to, but I can also use it to fly and to swim, so.
Okay,
Classic
and
catfish.
You know.
Classic catfish.
Almost got you, catfish. Wait. You said that movie like we all know what that movie is. And I'm a movie guy, and I've never heard of that
Never
movie.
seen Aquamarine?
No, have you seen
It's a
Aquamarine?
classic movie about the person with the power to grow a mermaid tail that allows him to swim and sometimes fly.
Sometimes fly. Okay, that does sound. I'm guessing no pus is involved. Minimal. Okay, minimal pus.
It's very hard for me to walk further out, so
No,
I'll let
I'm
you
really.
handle the
Yeah,
rest.
I wish I. You know what? I talked to the tech beforehand. He's like, "Do you guys want like extra slack?" And I was like, "No, we got enough." And then I just thought I'd talk to people in the audience. What about you, sir? Yell out what your superpower is.
I shoot pine needles out of my nose.
Fucking cool.
Amazing.
He shoots pine needles out of his nose.
Now,
So
I
when
actually
you-
saw
yeah,
a
please.
product. I saw a product you might be interested in.
You sell a product? You have a side hustle besides being a reporter?
No, I just frequent a lot of stores.
Gotcha. You buy things you think other people might need.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's very thoughtful. Please
I
continue.
don't have it on me, unfortunately, but it was Kevlar tissue.
That does raise a good question. How many people have you killed by sneezing?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. That means it's a really high number. Wow.
Or it just doesn't happen that frequently. Glass half full mentality.
Oh, wow.
That's actually something I've been trying to adopt recently.
You're more of an optimist.
Yeah, I've been trying to adopt a positive mindset.
Okay. Well, how does it feel?
Feels good, you know?
Yeah?
Just out there every day, just being positive with my mind, and I'm set on it.
Cool.
We're a big acronym group.
Yes, you and I.
And so I've actually adopted this mentality. It's PMS. Positive mindset. If
You're
you're
getting
ever
closer to me.
if you're ever feeling
Yeah.
achy or crampy, maybe
Yeah.
a little bloated, irritable,
you just might.
you just gotta adopt that PMS.
Okay, now
Positive
now
mindset.
I'm distancing myself from you. So you're saying people suffering from PMS should just get over it?
You don't suffer from PMS. You adopt PMS.
You adopt.
What are
you're-
you thinking?
You're
PMS?
right. No, you're right. You kind of got it back on me there. It's not. It's just part of life.
It's just part of life.
It's just a life. It's just part of life. Well, Sal.
I'm PMSing right now.
Oh, wait. Oh no, it's a good thing.
It's a good
positive
thing.
mindset.
Positive mindset.
Maybe we'll all PMS by the end of the night.
If
Well,
you're
give it
out
up for
there and
PMS.
having a bad day, just remember PMS.
Positive mindset. Maybe we can come up with some more acronyms as we go. That is kind of fun.
It is.
Have you ever seen those lists on the internet that's like top 5 sandwich toppings, top 5 movies of the year, top 5 celebrities who have a very punchable face? You know what I'm talking about. The point is, all these lists drive us crazy because we have no idea who made them and how they even narrowed down their top 5 list. That's where my podcast comes in. My name is Tung La and I am the host of Ranked, top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter. In every episode, with the help of a motley crew of self-proclaimed experts, we debate, battle, and work together, showing you the entire process of how we got there to create a top 5 list of any and every topic we can think of, like top 5 brunch menu items, top 5 fictional dogs, top 5 90s songs, top 5 Steves? The list goes on, and we will not rest till we rank basically everything. So join us every second Thursday in the Pod Cavern for Ranked, top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter.
Top five, top five, top five.
Sal, are you ready to talk to our guests?
I am. You've assured me that they're very interesting.
Yeah, I met them just before the show because I got here, once again, not prepared, didn't come up with any guests.
You just approached two people on the street.
Well, okay, I didn't just approach any two people on the street. I approached the two people who seem to be getting along the best.
Okay.
Like, even better than you and I get along. I feel like we could maybe learn something from them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, they'd be super positive mindset.
Well, now you've piqued my interest.
All right, well.
PMI.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. and Mrs. Oppenheimer Globulox. Come on up. Yeah, come on up. Please, let's all grab I'm not going to be able to sit down. Oh my God. Yes. Wow. Yeah, give a big wave to everybody. These are your microphones here. You know, feel free. Unless you want to use a microphone from my back. Pass. Hard pass. You, sir? Fair enough. Wow. So, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for doing this. Like I said, I just met you guys outside on the street, and I'm really happy to have you guys as a guest here on the show. Could you guys please maybe introduce yourselves and just tell us a little bit about yourself and your relationship?
Absolutely. I am Mrs. Globulox, or you can call me Patty.
Hello, Patty.
Pleasure.
Oh, and I'm Mr. Oppenheimer. My grandfather invented a thing. You can call me Mr. Oppenheimer.
Good. Okay. So,
All right.
Mr. Oppenheimer and Patty. Am I saying that right? I feel like I didn't say it right.
Globulox.
Globulox. Plural. Globulox.
Globulox. Me. One.
No, sorry. You're right, but it ends in an S.
Doesn't mean it's plural.
No, you're
Octopus
Sal,
ends in an S, and it's not plural.
No, I know, but it's
Unless it is plural.
It sounds that'd be octopi. Gotcha.
It can be
On a technicality.
octopuses.
Oh, can it be octopuses?
It can.
Let's go to the audience for that. Can it be octopuses? Holy shit. Octopods. Okay, we got a third answer in there. Shit. That complicates things considerably. We'll come back to this later. Yeah, I'm fascinated by your guys' relationship. How did you what is your relationship? So you are married?
Happily.
Wow, that's
Very
unsettling.
excitedly.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah, so happily married. Good. Mr. Oppenheimer. Oh, he's moving the chair close. Gotcha. Good. Yeah, you guys feel like you do everything together.
Sometimes we just reserve one chair.
That's fascinating because sometimes we don't have enough money, so we have to buy one chair, and we do like the lap technique: one person on top, one person on bottom. How do you guys share a chair?
Sometimes him on top, sometimes me.
Wow, sounds like fun.
Sounds like a very flexible relationship.
Ooh, so flexible.
I see so much behind your eyes, Mr. Oppenheimer. Like you're dying to say something.
I do yoga.
Wow. That's
Patty doesn't, but we do talk about it afterwards.
wow, and that's really important. I find
Share.
to talk to your partner about your interests, even if it's not something they're interested in.
Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. What are you two interested in?
I like superheroes.
Yeah.
It's kind of my thing, my shtick. And Sal, what's your thing? What's your deal?
I enjoy drinking a nice juice every now and
Yeah,
again.
big juice guy.
Okay.
So that's kind of our two interests: superheroes and
Juice.
Juice.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Listen. Sal, do you have something you want to ask?
Well, if we were just sticking on juice, I was going to make some recommendations.
Go ahead,
but,
ask your juice. Oh, dude, make your juice recommendations.
So, first things first. Like, what's the first thing you like to do in the morning?
Oh, tomorrow or this morning?
Any morning.
Tomorrow, I'm going to wake my children up.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was the first thing. Did you want more?
Nope, that works. I've got everything I need to recommend the perfect
Great.
juice for you.
Great. I am fascinated by this. So you guys have children. It sounds
we
like.
do.
Didn't recommend the juice.
Oh, sorry, you didn't recommend your juice.
didn't.
Okay, I thought you were just asking that in the morning. My
Stepping
apologies.
all
I'm gonna step
over
back.
Coconut. You may proceed.
Is that a juice? I thought that was a milk.
Okay, first of all, it's offensive you'd even say milk.
Should I go to the audience for that one too?
No, you don't need to. You
Okay.
can make it into a juice.
Okay, it's a juice.
You just gotta add a little acidity.
Okay, I feel like I've offended
Sorry, no,
Patty
no, no,
and
no,
Mister.
No, not at all. No, you can call me Don. Call me Don.
Don?
Don.
Wow, that's a
Don,
nice name. That's a
yes.
beautiful name.
Thank you.
So coconut milk. Coconut juice is
You're
your
on thin
recommendation. I'm on thin ice. I know. I searched my brain for what the term was, and I just got it.
Sorry. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're sensing some trouble in the air.
Maybe we're gonna learn something from our guests tonight.
Maybe. I always like to.
You are sensing trouble.
Yeah. There's a bit of friction here.
There's a bit of friction. I'm not much for pre-depression district. I'm much of a more post-depression district.
Yeah. But there were no speakeasies in the post-depression district.
Nope, just sadness. How would you recommend we work past this as friends?
Well, the
Yeah,
nice
friends. We're friends and coworkers.
The
Sometimes
nice-
roommates.
the nice thing is, I know you do, and I think that's all that really matters.
I'm
right?
sensing something here. Okay, can we table the juice for just a second?
Sure.
I want to ask my favorite question to ask now, kind of thing. Do you guys have like a superpower that you'd be comfortable sharing with the audience?
Do we?
Who wants to go first?
Oh,
You go ahead.
I
Patty's
knew, I
going
knew you
first.
were gonna say that. I know the future.
Wow, you know the
Yeah,
future.
I do know the future.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not that impressive until I use it.
How does the rest of the show go? Good, I hope.
Ooh.
Good. Noted. And your power, Don?
I can see the past.
What did I just say?
What did you just say?
Holy
Whoa! Wow, you
He's
did
good.
just say that.
He's good.
Wow, shit. Okay. And this is a superpower and not just you have a really good memory.
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to demonstrate it right now?
I'd love to. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Buckle up.
Patty's getting excited.
Buckle up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's doing it.
Angus, you were right. You got there 5 minutes before you actually had to, and Sal shouldn't have gotten mad at you,
Holy shit.
and you didn't apologize.
Wow. I think he's referring to our big team corporate meeting that kind of looked like a date that we did, you know?
Yeah, where we met at the candlelit restaurant. to talk
Candlelit
over
restaurant.
business.
Yep.
And I was livid, but I guess
I sat at the wrong table, but I was there on time.
I was wrong. You know what?
Wow.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Thank you. God, it feels so good to be right. Is this what therapy's like or counseling? One person gets to be right all the time and the other person apologizes? Because I could get used to that.
Yeah, I mean, we learned everything we know from being fantastic, but also Dr. Plath.
Oh,
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Listener-
Dr. Plath.
listeners of the show,
Holy
the
shit.
very first guest we ever had on the show was a relationship counselor named Dr.
Sylvia Plath.
Sylvia Plath. Deep cut. Go listen to it. Good episode, though.
Just in case some people get really excited today and they want to go all the way back and listen to
Yeah.
all.
80 plus episodes. I think this is 87. Wow, I heard a groan from the audience. You don't have to. No, it's fine. Thank you. So Patty, so you have the ability to predict the future.
So it's not.
Or not
so
predict, you see
it's
it.
not so much predicting.
Wow.
I can see the future. That's it. I can. See
You
the
make
future.
it sound like it's not a big deal, but it is in fact probably the
Well,
biggest
if you
deal.
see it all the time, it can't be that interesting
No,
anymore.
it's true.
Yeah.
You're right. So
I
you
in fact can't see the past,
You
but I can
can't see the
see the
past.
future.
Okay.
Yes.
So if I were to ask you what happened this morning, just not an option. Wow.
Wow. What about right now? Can you see the present?
Very
Very
liminally.
briefly.
just.
Just
like
a
the
touch.
bare spits the butts that are about to happen, for sure. Okay,
Yes.
wow.
Wow. I don't know. Anything we should be on the lookout for?
Lots.
What about the pre-depression district? How's it looking for the pre-depression district? Any big changes soon?
So just to be clear, I don't want to act like right now I know everything that's going to happen in the future. Because that would be too much for one mind to
Of course.
hold at
Of
once,
course.
okay?
Makes sense.
So now that you've asked me, I can figure it out what's going to happen, okay? But just so you know, I don't currently know the winning lotto numbers. Oh, now I do.
And they are?
13, 12, 5, 6, 2, and 1.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What did you just say?
Oh.
Shit, I didn't write it down.
2, 5, 6, and 1.
Wow. So that is very impressive. He remembered a series of numbers. That's really cool. So you guys really complement each other really well
we
then.
do. I actually have a favorite question I love to ask Patty.
Oh.
Patty, will I still love you
Yes,
tomorrow?
you will.
Now, this must be interesting. I could see this putting some interesting stress on your relationship. Because, like you can see what's coming. You could see maybe an argument in the future, but there's nothing you can do to prevent it. What's that like?
Well, you know what? We have such a deep and abiding respect for each other that it just doesn't come in between us.
It's just
So you never
seeing
fight.
so many clear lines that both of these powers could be abused.
No,
in a
I know, right?
relationship.
And they seem not to. I do want to touch on some of maybe your history and a bit of your future, if that's okay. Let's, I guess, start with the past because it already happened.
Sure.
You said your grandfather made a thing. Could you touch on that a bit?
I could.
Will you?
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And Patty, I'm noticing for Super City, it's not unusual, but maybe our listeners in other countries of the world, they might think what you're wearing is a little unusual. Maybe your hairstyle is a little unusual. They're not as tolerant as we are in Super City. Is this how people dress in the future?
You betcha.
Wow. Wow. How long we got before that starts?
A really long time.
Oh, thank God.
But you know what? I'm just hedging my bets that I'm going to make it to then because I know I do.
Wow. Wow. So you live a long time.
A very long time.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
oh, no.
Sorry, no, I don't want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about it.
No,
I
no.
just the reporter in me. I feel like I should ask.
Oh yeah, no. Let's dig in on this.
Let's do some damage. They helped us with our relationship. Let's do some damage to their
We're
relationship.
here to get to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah,
of
we're
this.
here to make an interesting podcast. Do you outlive your husband?
I do.
Oh, I'm sad. I wish I didn't know that.
Don't be sad. I've seen every past life we've had together.
Holy crap!
Wow.
And we're happy in all of them.
Wow. So you don't just see the past. You see multiple pasts.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Is it always focused on yourself, or do you see other
Oh,
pasts
no.
too?
You were such a great... I can't believe you invented forms.
No fucking way. Because you love paperwork.
I
Besides
love
shoes.
paperwork.
That's your other big
That's
thing.
my
is-
big thing is paperwork.
Wow. Do you know what family member might have been responsible for that? Or I guess not family member.
Probably Ignatius Form Bedfellow.
Wow. That's like your
Just a-
great-great-great-grandfather.
Just a guess.
Just a guess. What about me? What was my past life like?
I think you might be new.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's cool. So I'm like an anomaly? Wow, someone in the audience sounds very sad for me. It's cool. This is my first life. It's no biggie.
We've all lived multiple past lives.
Oh, everyone in the room.
Yeah.
But me.
You've lived 13.
Wow.
Yeah. 0. Amazing.
Wow.
What is the average
That's
amount
never
of past
happened.
lives lived?
4.
Okay, so
Okay,
you're just
that-
a little below average.
Yeah, just a little below. I'm below average in a lot of ways. I really am.
How many past lives have I lived?
4.
Shit, man. Congrats. You're
Right
average.
on the money.
Right on the money. Right, the
Top of the
beige
curve.
of answers. The
Yep.
beige of lives
Right in the middle of the bell curve. That's where I like it.
Because it's at the top?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100 IQ.
Bell curve. Top is like,
I might not
Average.
know what bell curves are now that I think about it.
go to the audience.
Do we have a bell curve person in the audience?
Oh.
Okay, we do. We have a stats degree in the audience. Patty, you seemed excited by bell curves. What are your thoughts?
I was just thinking that it was nice that you two were coming together on something, you know?
Aw.
That's it.
Do you
It does
see
feel
in
nice.
the future a great schism forming between Angus and I?
Schism.
like a fracture, a parting of ways.
Fracture.
Right. We do one of these.
Oh, break. Yeah.
Break. Yes. We take a break.
No, actually. And I see many lives going forward.
Oh, good.
And you two, you're going to be together.
So I have lives after this one?
Yes,
Oh, thank
absolutely.
God.
Absolutely.
Jesus, I'm scared.
Hold on, they keep overlapping though?
Yes, you're together.
Oh.
Forever.
Hang on, Sal. You seem a little...
I just don't want to keep rehashing things. You know?
It's true. We do tread a lot of the same ground. Are they unique, different, vibrant lives, or is it kind of the same thing over and over and over again?
One of them, you're the stapler.
Oh, wow. One
That's
of them
actually
I'm the
probably an improvement on our
That's
relationship.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'd actually be more helpful in the office.
Yeah. But
Not
you
a big,
probably wouldn't have as much of a personality. He's got a big personality that I enjoy.
Thank you, Sal. Wow, yeah, that's really sweet of you, Sal. Thank you. Your clothes are very beige today.
Thank you.
No problem. I see you, man.
Thank you.
I see you.
You know, Patty, it's funny. They always want to ask about the future, but they never, what's going to happen, but they never ask if they're going to be happy.
That's true. Or in the past. It's just a numbers game for them.
Okay, you're right. No, that's good. I lived through the past, you know.
Brought you to
But
the present.
just once.
Okay. Okay. Good question about the past. Okay. We talked about Sal's origin story.
Mm-hmm.
Did it get exciting at any point?
I mean, you saved, like you ran in front of a jelly donut or something. You
Yep.
saved it with your circle gravity power.
Is that what happened? My God.
You
I
did.
never even knew.
Wow.
I saved a jelly donuts.
You're
type
so
that day.
humble.
Should be noted that jelly
Oh.
donuts are sentient
Yes.
in Super City.
If you're visiting Super City, jelly donuts are sentient.
Do not eat
No
them.
other kind of donut is sentient, just jelly donuts.
Boston cream, green light.
Oh.
Jelly
Oh.
donut, red light.
Red light, stop. Go ahead.
Yes, sorry. And I see you. The other week, you went into the coffee shop and you were like, I'm not going to get a decaf today. Today, I'm getting an Americano.
I knew it. You were wired that day. You were flying all over the walls.
I don't know what came over me. I wore a shirt with a tinge of green, and
I
I just
know.
figured time to live.
Yeah. It was like a slight olive drab shirt.
I'm not trying to go off the wall here.
That's
okay?
true. It's just an Americano.
I have a question.
Mm.
If this is Angus's first life presently, is there a point in the future where he has no more lives?
Scary. But I guess, yeah, go ahead and ask. It is a future question, though, and they were touchy about that, so.
No, as far as I can tell, he might be the last thing on Earth.
Oh boy.
Fitting.
That's going to be a fun episode.
Oh.
I will find a way to podcast in all my future lives, and you will hear it if you subscribe. Mr. Past Man, Mr. Oppenheimer. Don, if I may. Don. Is that short for anything?
I said that 2 minutes ago.
You did. You did.
I did.
Roughly.
Roughly.
Okay. This would be a good.
You're going to say it again in 2 minutes.
Whoa! That's why we make a team.
Okay. So, like everybody else in the world, I've got a bunch of repressed memories. What's a thing I chose to forget? Doesn't have to be
Sorry.
horrific.
Doesn't have to be something he chose. Could be something.
Yeah.
he
What's something I've
unconsciously
forgotten?
did.
Sorry, are you asking him something you've forgotten?
Well-
Like he can read your mind?
Well, he can see the past, can't he?
Yes, but he can't read what you've forgotten.
Oh, you're right. No, that's a good point. He doesn't know if I remember an event or not. Well, shit. I don't know how to ask this. I guess it would be tacky to be like, okay, I'll give you guys a moment. Go ahead.
Ooh, I've got a question then. In your opinion, what is the most traumatic thing he ever lived through?
Jesus Christ. That is a better way of wording it. Thank you, Sal.
Honey,
Yes?
are they happy with the answer? Okay.
One of them is.
Oh my God. Don is bleeding from his nose.
No, come back.
Don, are you?
Don, Mr. Oppenheimer.
What's your name?
Donald. Don.
You were right.
Don, my name is Don.
You were right. So it's something good, right? Something good that makes you look so terrified, right?
What have you done?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's one of the things I don't remember, I think.
There was screaming and blood and lights. And you were confused, so confused, and you were crying, just crying and crying.
I think that's just your birth.
Yeah, is this my birth? You remember?
Oh!
Yeah.
You all turned around. You didn't know what was happening. You'd never experienced this before.
Yeah. It's a lot suddenly experiencing all of existence.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
A bit of an aftershock there. Wow. Okay, so something that involved me screaming, covered in blood, lots of people screaming.
Could just be a podcast episode.
It could just be. I mean, that describes a couple episodes we've had. But I think something bad happened to me.
Sal was there.
Sal was there.
That makes sense. At that point in time, if it was your childbirth, probably was the junior intern at the hospital processing the paperwork. I would have been 8 years old.
Wait, this is startling information, Sal. You're only 8 years older than me? I thought you were in like your 50s.
Are you?
No, I'm young and hip. I'm young and hip.
Anywhere
Let's
from
leave it at
8
that.
to 12 years, if need be.
Timeline's messy.
You were 8.
Thank you.
Wow, so maybe we've been connected for a lot longer than we thought. As we look through our past, because this isn't the first time this has happened on the show. We've looked through our past a couple times.
I stole toy cars from him.
Yeah, when I was a kid, and he was a kid that like bullied me, but he was like a teenager.
Yeah,
it's more age appropriate at the time. Do you remember that, Mr. Oppenheimer?
Yeah. You had the best reverse mohawk.
Now,
did.
go ahead and explain a reverse mohawk to the audience.
Yeah, for sure. It's like all the hair. Like the Red Sea parted.
Yes, gotcha. Oh, you went to Moses for your haircut?
I did go to Moses for my haircut. He was good. Took him 40 days, but it was okay.
Not popular in the future, that one.
Oh,
So
no?
I'm
What did
glad-
Moses do?
I'm glad. No. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
the haircut.
No, Moses. You're right.
Gotcha.
It's Moses, not popular in the future. Both as a name for men and women and anyone else, and biblical character, very
wow.
specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bridge builders
Anything to
probably
do with
don't like her
water.
much.
Not a lot of water.
Not a
so
lot
we
of
don't want to
water.
hear about someone parting water.
Yeah, that's true.
Bring it back, right?
Does it come back? The water?
Do you want to get into that?
Kind of. I feel like we haven't
It
asked you a
does.
question.
It does eventually.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
Not
good.
before dinosaurs, though.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
So dinosaurs come back.
Yeah. No water.
Again.
Dinosaurs. Water comes back. Humans.
You couldn't know this because you haven't been on the show before, but we did have dinosaurs come back at one point. So they're coming back again. Or are we due for some water?
This is in the future.
Okay, cool.
Couldn't
Copy
possibly have
that.
told you what you've already talked about.
Patty, is this before or after I pass?
Oh, sweet.
Oh, no.
I have a question about the future that doesn't involve loved ones dying.
Oh, please.
Do we ever get to world peace?
Oh, well, at one point, there's only dinosaurs, so yes.
Wow. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Heroes Don't Do Paperwork. For those of you listening at home and those of you in the live studio audience, remember, try to do the right thing. Thank you. Bye.
Hey everybody, Angus here. As always, Sal Bedfellow was played by Matthew Wally. Don Oppenheimer was played by Josh Mayo, and Patty Globulox was played by Chelsea Fahey. Chelsea, Josh, and I are all facilitators with the Improv Embassy. If you live in Ottawa and want to try learning improv, come check us out at improvembassy.com. This episode was recorded live at Live on Elgin in Ottawa, at a very fine improv show. The show was produced by friend of the show, Matt Barrow, and was hosted by our other friend, Rich Hilborn. If you like the show and want to support it, or any of the other shows on the Podcavern network, head on over to podcavern.com and check out our merch store. We've got lots of cool hats, hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. Anything you buy there helps us keep the lights on here. Thanks for listening.